Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Capricorn in April 2021. What is going on, Capricorn? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. All right, Capricorn, welcome to April, wherever you are in the world right now. I hope you're safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Please continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. Even extend some of that niceness, that goodness to people that you don't know so well. Helps raises the vibration of the collective. Put some good karma in the tank for yourself when you do that, especially when it's of pure intention, clear intention for wellness and goodness towards others, okay? No announcements for April, so Capricorn, let's do the regular intro, yeah? Anything you want from me in the... oh my god. Anything you want from me, it is in the description box below. Timestamp is down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading with me is down there. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I give you a handy-dandy link to it, all down in the description box for your perusing and using, okay? Capricorn, yeah. This is going to be the beginning of your reading. We're going to expand on it a little bit later with the same tarot deck, talk about the overall energy as well, and then we're going to finish the story out, or excuse me, finish the reading out with an oracle card from one of the pre-selected decks, okay? You start off with all cards facing up. That usually means, and I only point it out when they think it's important, my guides think it's important, so all of your cards coming face up. When I was shuffling off camera, I got the song, it's a cliche of course, I think it, well, one of the versions of it is by Jimmy Cliff. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah. So for some of you, you're seeing clearly for the first time in a long time, and that could be quite refreshing for you or someone that you're dealing with. Now, the cards that you got were King of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be dealing with a water sign, but you don't have to be. Six of Swords. Excuse me. And then the Wheel of Fortune, in this deck just known as the Wheel, but Wheel of Fortune, and that is secondary major arcana for Sagittarius, also sometimes associated with the fixed sign, so Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Could be dealing with any of those signs, none at all. It is in general. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? But yeah, what I agree with like what was coming to me when the shuffling was happening. That, you know, the I can see clearly now. You know, time has passed. You've been involved in a situation, involved in a relationship of, you know, whatever area of your life this sits in, and it's been an endeavor. It's been an investment. You've been there for a hot minute, Capricorn, with the wheel, and I feel there's moving on here. Peacefully, as peacefully, or at least that's the hope, that's the desire, yes, to have peaceful resolutions, to be able to finally put things to rest, and calm down or qualm any type of emotional disturbances, any type of emotional upheaval, or just upset feelings. You know, if you have been very angry lately, you're tired of being angry, or the person you're dealing with is feeling this way. If you've been depressed, you're tired of being depressed. If you've felt, in some of your cases, some of you have felt very manic, you can't really, maybe manic's not the best word. You felt, you kind of don't know how to describe, or you didn't know how to describe how you were feeling, and that not knowing, that uncertainty, that some days are good, and then within that good day, suddenly there's 2 hours where you just are inconsolable and you're crying all of a sudden, and you can't really pinpoint why, because you were having such a good day. So maybe that is, again, sort of like manic, bipolar. And again, I'm not trying to say you want to wish that away, or I mean, I would assume if you were diagnosed, you would want to handle that and be able to work with that diagnosis. But there's something about needing things to quiet down, needing things to be calm, even, smooth, yes? And it's after, again, considerable time spent dealing with this upheaval, dealing with this ruckus, dealing with this confusion and this it's very tumultuous. Now, that could have been a person or a situation that you were dealing with. And I keep getting the sense that it's wrapping up, or it has wrapped up for many of you with the wheel there. Oh my God, this whole time, has this been out of focus? I've been looking up at the ceiling. I'm sorry about that. Wow. I apologize. That was horrible. I've been looking at the ceiling and I drop my eyes down and I see the screen. Oh wow, I apologize, Capricorn. But okay, I can see clearly now. Isn't that funny? That whole, what was that, like 5 minutes about where you guys couldn't see clearly, and then I look down and I'm like, oh no, I can't see clearly, and then now it's in focus. So this change from blurriness and things not being certain, things being confusing, things being hazy, or how you felt was hazy, that needs to be cleared away, or that's your, again, somebody's deepest desire. Six of Swords along with the King of Cups. um the imagery here on the King of Cups gives me this idea that some of you, this is something that you've created for yourself, that you have initiated for yourself. He's got a singing bowl there. I get the sense of like meditation, some type of constructive practice going on. Meditation, yoga, sure. Journaling, yes. Counseling, sure. Whatever gets you by, and maybe sailing with the boat on the water in the back there, maybe getting out into nature with the crab, or excuse me, the fish there and the starfish, maybe going out on a boat and fishing, or going out on water and just like enjoying the day, something. The act of doing is freeing to somebody, or it brings that calm in. It's not an avoidance. It's not a coping thing. It's really been, whether you intended it or not, it's been a clearing. Whatever you're doing, whatever you have been doing, it has helped cleared up this mucky energy, this hazy energy, this confusing or tumultuous energy that exists within you, exists within a relationship that you're dealing with, or a situation that you're dealing with, okay? Now, Six of Swords and the Wheel, anything else with that? The Wheel, I feel, is, it could be turning in your favor. It could not be turning in your favor. It really depends on where you're standing and what your perspective is. But it's giving me this idea of progress, that, the wheel is always turning. And so what you're dealing with was always going to come to this point, or was always going to come to some turning point. Let's say it that way. And they're giving me this idea of destiny, which sometimes is associated with the wheel card a little bit. So it's kind of, what has come to pass was always meant to come to pass to a certain degree in your life, Capricorn. How much you ascribe to that, how much you align with that messaging, I don't know. But that's what that card feels like. It was always going to come to this. It was always going to be this way. Or if it wasn't exactly this situation or this person, then it would have been someone else. And that's that idea of destiny, sort of a cousin to karma, in that for our life path, for our soul purpose, certain things will befall us. We will encounter certain people. We will deal with and live with and persevere through certain circumstances and situations for, again, our life path, our soul purpose. What that means to you, how that hits your ear, I don't know. Some of you are like, yes, that's affirming to you. Others of you are like, screw that, that's crap. I'm in control, or I didn't need this to teach me that, or I didn't need this in order to come out the other side with this, that, and the other. Like, some of you are very much not in that headspace. Fair enough. But that's what this feels like. Because the King of Cups, even though I think the Queen of Cups is normally viewed as the more intuitive of the pair, the King of Cups, because they're equals in my estimation, they're two sides of the same coin. The King of Cups does have his own intuition. And I'm only saying he because there's a gentleman there and we use the word king. I could be talking about a female. So whoever this person is, they've always had this intuition. It just wasn't in the forefront. It's not the thing that they are shouting from the rooftops. It's not something that maybe they've always appreciated about themselves. And intuition is linked to higher understanding, higher vision, so to speak, or having a higher perspective. Yes? Realizing that your life isn't always, or isn't only what you can perceive in the 3D space. It isn't only affected by the things that you choose to do in your physical life. Understanding that it's a amalgamation of things. It's not just this one pipeline or this one channel that is affecting that creates what your life becomes. I hope that makes sense. I feel the King of Cups doesn't get enough credit for having those intuitive nudges. And maybe that's kind of important that it's the King of Cups that showed up and not the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups clearly, is just known to be one of the most masterful when it comes to intuitive understanding and intuitive connection. Yeah. The King of Cups, I think traditionally in tarot, doesn't get that clout as often. And so maybe that's it. Maybe some of you, this has been a hard realization, a hard self-realization, something that, if you're waking up, if you're quote unquote coming online into some awakening, into some understanding of, I'm not just what my physical corporal body and my physical material world is, I'm more than those things, or what influences my life is more than those things. That can be kind of, jarring to you if you never thought of or conceived of it before in your life, Six of Swords on its own talks about movement and progress, getting away from choppy waters, getting away from difficult situations, conversations, and entanglements and relationships and things like that, and situations. So I feel, again, like these three together are just seeking peace, seeking calmness, seeking to be released in some cases from something, because these crows on this card are tethered to the boat. So for some of you, this is about releasing, being released from something, or, releasing yourself. If other people don't release you from things, you can damn well release yourself. If other people refuse to let a situation go away or a relationship go away, you can go ahead and leave. You know what I mean? But that's a slightly bigger conversation than what we're talking about here with these three cards. So let's see what else is happening here for you, Capricorn. For some of you, this is family, friendships, love, relationships. Some of you, it's a job, like a job that was incredibly stressful, possibly damaging to your emotional or spiritual body. You may have been working from where you're standing now in an unethical space. So, the job you took 5 years ago, you needed it, you needed something to give you stability in life, and it has, but now you kind of break from the ethos, from the mantra, from the mission statement of the place where you were working. Like, you no longer agree that the work you're doing is necessary or helpful to people. Some of you are in that boat. This work that I do or was doing is more damaging than not. Something like that, okay? Interesting. So, let's see what else is going on here for you, Capricorn. What else is happening in the situation? Show me more regarding this message for Capricorn in April 2021. Now my back feels weird. Like underneath my shoulder blade. It's very weird. Out of nowhere, that feeling came up. No. There it is. Oh, the deck is not upside down, so that was meant to be. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Again, repetitive energies this month. Okay, so Ace of Cups reversed, Queen of Pentacles, and then the Empress. All right, so quickly, for maybe one or two of you, there might be an expectant mother in the situation, or a father, but more likely a mother with the Empress and the Pentacles. But, for some of you, a baby's on the way. And this is the split between the couple. These are off-suited king and queen, okay? And there's a little bit of a feeling of separation there. Doesn't have to be for all of you about that, but I feel for some, there's a pregnancy in here. And before the baby is actually born, there's a splitting up of the family or a splitting up of the couple. That sucks. I don't think you or anyone else or whoever's involved is over the moon about that. Most people in the situation who know about it are kind of lamenting that, or they're sad by that, but it serves. It serves that that relationship be severed is what they're telling me. It serves. They keep saying it serves, it serves, it serves. Okay, so that has purpose. It could be that one of the partners is quite volatile, violent perhaps, um, or just they're not able to perform as a parent, or they're not going to be able to perform as a parent within the unit, if that makes sense. Um, but that's, very specific and clearly not for everybody. So Ace of Cups in reverse. I mean, I think that's that closed chapter of this particular bond that existed between two people. It doesn't have to be parents anymore. We're moving away from that. This could be friendship. This could be family members. But there's something about a closing out of a cycle, of a relationship, of an entanglement that no longer serves. The time has come for that. There might be love lost. Got to be honest with the Ace of Cups in reverse there. There might be some love lost in that you or someone else might be harboring bitter feelings or hurt feelings or regret, shame, anger, frustration, all the, whatever, a litany of things. Yes. But both parties, I think, are trying their best to make peace with it. I feel one party is trying to make peace with it emotionally, spiritually speaking. The other is focusing on their physical life, their material life. So this could be someone, Queen of Pentacles energy, doesn't have to be a female. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, doesn't have to be an Earth sign. But this is someone possibly who's like throwing themselves into work, throwing themselves into, I don't want to say hobbies, but like constructive, like side projects, something like that. Like I'm also interested in getting like somebody who's like in the kitchen a lot, like baking. Like it's a stress reliever to go bake a bunch of bread. Cool, go for it. But like that's the vehicle. And I kind of said that earlier a little bit related to the King of Cups. The act of doing something non-related to the stressful situation, the situation where we are seeing it dissipate, seeing the chapter end, doing something away from that situation for the self, meditating, journaling, again, boating, fishing, baking bread, whatever it is, it's freeing in some type of way. It's cathartic. There we go. It's cathartic in some type of way for both parties, if not just one person. Okay. There, in some of your cases, there is, again, love lost. There is some bad blood. There is some bitterness, anger, resentment, frustration, things like that. But I think both sides, at least this is a self-perception, think they're taking the high road. Whether or not that's true in reality, don't know. But both sides, to a certain degree, think they're being the better person, the bigger person. Why do I say this? I think there's a little bit of residual, quote unquote, darkness here in the Six of Swords. I think someone, could be passive aggressive, because even within the spiritual community, okay, there's tons of like bad actors out there. I'm not calling on anybody specifically because I only observe. I don't really like hang with people in the spiritual world. Most of my friends are like not in this world. Most of my friends are like, what do you do? And I'm like, I read tarot sometimes. And they're like, huh? But anyway, so I don't really, elbow around with other spiritual people that much. But in my observation, I've seen some interesting people, wish someone love and light, but like, 2 moments before was like telling you that your mom or you were like a piece of shit and all this other kind of stuff. It's like, you can't have it that way. I mean, you could try. And I think that's where this vibe is coming from. I feel some might be trying to put on the face of, I wish you well, I don't hold any grudges, I want to see nothing but the best for you, I love you, unconditionally, that whole that whole thing of, oh, unconditional love and this is what we want. I believe we can have it, and I believe it's something that exists, but I don't think many people, not most, but I don't think many people really understand how it works. And so you will have people say, oh, I got nothing but unconditional love for you, but then at the same time, you secretly hope like their car breaks down and they miss that important job interview because they don't deserve good things. Well, you can't have it both ways. So I feel like basically someone's faking it. Someone's faking wanting someone to succeed or wishing somebody goes forth and, has a better life for themselves and, has a better relationship going forward. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I feel like somebody's faking that. I don't know which person it is because they're both showing up with like this serene facade. If in at least one of the cases, not for all of you, by the way, Capricorn, but for some of you, someone is faking it. Someone is saying, oh God, yeah, we didn't work out, or that thing between us, it was really rough and it was really rocky. But, in the long run, I don't know hard feelings. No, somebody's faking that. And that's coming from the Six of Swords, because the Six of Swords is about leaving behind trouble, but it's hard to do that. It's very hard to do that, right? And I'm getting it also because here, this scarf on her, this red scarf. Red often means passion, fiery emotions, yes? And the tethering, again, the tethering with the crows. So there's still residual things that is influencing or bothering a person. So they haven't quite released themselves from what has happened, what has transpired, what they've experienced, what they heard, what they felt, all those things. So it's a work in progress. Let's say it that way. I don't know that whoever I'm talking about wants to continue to hold on to this resentment, this anger, this frustration, this jealousy, this bitterness, whatever. I don't think they consciously want to do that, but they are. And they might have reason. They may have gone through hell and back, and they have reason to be resentful. They have reason to be angry and bitter or whatever. Fine. They're just not quite there yet like they say they are. So that could be even amongst friends. Friends could be asking, oh, what happened between you and so, or did you ever hear back from that person, and da-da-da. And they're, friends who are concerned are asking, and they're like, oh yeah, we talked and it's all good. That's what they're telling their friends. Inside, they're like, fuck that guy, fuck that girl, I hate them, blah, 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 blah. But they're not going to express that. So that could be that could be their way of trying to get over it, but I really feel like it's not actually true. Oh man, what a segue, or not a segue, but what a sidetrack that was, because somebody needs to hear that. Maybe you're being told that to your face, Capricorn. Oh yeah, I'm over it, it's cool, bygones be bygones, everything's chill, and it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Not really. In some of your cases, not really. Anything else here? Because I don't even know where, that was mostly coming from the Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Anything with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. Let me see. Yeah, again, like this idea of like pregnancy. The pregnancy might be hidden or a secret or early stages. Like someone doesn't know they're pregnant yet. And as time goes on, if it's still within the first trimester, maybe even into the second, like the woman might not tell her partner, hey, I'm pregnant, or her ex-partner at this point, possibly, hey, I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? So it might be one of those things of you broke up and then like 2 weeks later you find out, oh shit, I'm pregnant. And you and this person are definitely on the outs, definitely not speaking. You know what I mean? Like I really do get the sense like someone is choosing to be a single parent. Possibly out of spite, but possibly out of protection, because again, there might have been some flack. There might have been some volatile, if not violent energy, or just disgruntled, nasty energy back in that relationship. So there is a safeguard feeling here for some. Anything else? Yeah, and the moon here talking about cycles. So, I mean, for those who you don't know if you're pregnant, watch your cycle. Check in with your body. See if you're carrying a baby. If you are, mazel tov. Congratulations. Overall energy, 10 of Cups. So this energy has been coming out for the collective in many readings. For some of you, this could be a split between someone that you already have a family with, that you already do have children with, and you don't want to tell them, hey, listen, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Not from experience. I've seen and I've observed. But this could be a situation where there are already 2, 3, 4, 5 kids in the mix, and then number, whatever one after that is in the oven, and there's a decision to not inform the other person, the other partner, that there's another one on the way. There's something about a hidden baby. And it's purposeful, and it's not meant to harm, it's meant to protect. Like, that's how this person's motivation is coming across: to protect my family, to protect my children, to protect myself. I can't say I'm pregnant, or I can't tell him or her or whoever that it's theirs. You know what I mean? Late addition, I don't really see it anywhere else, but that could also apply to like a man who has children elsewhere. Like a man may already have a happy home, but he has another child on the way with another woman. And that can't be told because that would disrupt his happy home. Does that make sense? So this feeling of contentment, of joy, of stability, and being solid. And there's a musical note there, or I don't know what it is. It's not a musical note, but up here in the top corner, you see this? That little clef? Is it a clef? I don't know what it is, but I know it's in music. That's very interesting. So that means something to some of you. You're musicians, your partner or your ex or whoever. Music plays a part in this. And we started talking about that song. I can see clearly now. So I think there's revelations about a family situation afoot here. You might know things that the other person doesn't know, and vice versa. There might be mutual secret keeping. There might be mutual motivations stemming from contentment, happy life, happy family life. And, family is relative. It doesn't have to be children and a marriage and stuff like that. It could be, you don't want to tell your roommate something. Family, again, is a relative term. It doesn't have to be people that you're actually blood related to, or that you're married to, or that, are your children or something like that. Anything else? I also feel memories here. So like looking back on what you've created and being sad that it's kind of, in some of your cases, fallen apart. Not in all of your cases, but in several of your cases, it has, or it is currently falling apart. And, nobody wants to see what at some point was a good thing go bad. Nobody wants that, but that could have been what happened here. All right, let's get you guys an oracle card, and then we're going to end this reading. So, oracle message for Capricorn. Which deck, please? Okay, yes, postcards from Spirit. Oracle card for Capricorn, please, in April 2021. What is the oracle message for Capricorn? Show me. Getting like this phrase, they would be jealous, they would be jealous, he would be jealous, something like that. So certain things not coming out because there's a fear of jealousy, a concern about revenge, or, just like how someone would react is not desirable. And so that's why we keep secrets, because how someone would act once they hear about something like that. All right. Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Interesting. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. King of Cups. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take the first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. So, let's get this in focus. If you want to read that back for yourself, feel free to do so. Yeah, so try new things. Like I was saying earlier about the King of Cups, new meditative practices that aren't necessarily traditional ways of meditating, right? Fishing or boating isn't necessarily meditation. Going to a karate class or something like that, even though there will be elements of that in there, it's not like the sole purpose of taking karate. It's self-defense. It's learning, self-discipline, things like that. Those have tenets or have some of the foundational elements of what meditation is meant to be or can be how it can be helpful, yeah? Also, this idea of the uncertainty and like things not being necessarily understood as of yet or seen clearly, that kind of is the theme of your reading here today, Capricorn, okay? All right, guys, so that's your reading for April. If it resonated with you, feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know how it did resonate. I love reading comments from you guys. Also, feel free to like the video if you liked it and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so before. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see when I do uploads here on the channel, okay? And if you want to see me or get at me for a personal reading, you can find out how to do so again by checking in the description box below, all right? Capricorn, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.